I have been asked to do a video on my portable easel that I made and how it's put together. To start off with, this one is 24-inch wide by 18-inch tall. And that's a good size for me for just a tabletop deal. And on the back side, you can see these pieces are mounted right to here. And I've got just tightening knobs, so I've got just an L-shaped piece on the bottom, and I can loosen these up, and I can put that, tighten them down. I can put that anywhere I want. If I want it almost flat, I can leave it almost flat, just tighten and loosen that. Or I can bring it all the way up. I can go 100% vertical if I need to. I don't know why I'd ever need to, but I usually use it right about like that. That's normally how it sits on my table. And I made it, I just put you don't have to do that. I just did that. Kind of looks cool and makes it a little lightweight for travel. And then what I did was I took a ruler and just drew grid lines on it. That way if I'm practicing on a piece of glass or something, you know, I've got grid lines already on it. As you can see, I've painted on this thing a few times. I've used it for a backsplash. Probably stand to be sanded and repainted, just plain white. Back is nothing, it's just plain. Probably ought to do something on that. And I've made these pretty cheap. I've thought about buying easels in the past, and see, it picks up, don't weigh nothing. I've thought about buying easels in the past, and I do some woodworking, and I had a bunch of scraps laying around, so I just made my own. And then I also made this, as you can see. So when I'm sitting here painting this piece, I can set it up there, put it anywhere I want, and that holds my phone. If I want to sit here and watch movies or whatever while I'm painting, I can fire up Netflix or whatever, and yeah, so there it is. Nothing big, nothing extravagant. 18 by 18 tall by 24 wide. That thing works like a champ. I've also got a bigger one that I made that is 48 inches wide by 36 inches tall. It's a monster. I don't use that one very often, but there has been times where I've needed it. I did some show cards, advertising show cards that were pretty big size, so they were too big to go onto this one. So I drug the big one out, but 90% of the time, this is the one that I use. I say these you can get to the hardware store. Simple construction, really isn't much to it. It works like a champ. And when I'm not using it, I lay it down, fold it up, and put it right there against the wall. So, anywho, I hope that helps.